Shotguns, shotguns, shotguns. While some people love these weapons, others absolutely hate them. I see both sides. On one hand, shotguns are super fun to use because of how satisfying it is to pull the trigger, hear the boom, and get the insta-kill. On the other hand, dealing with corner campers or shotgun spammers can be super annoying because of how little room for error there is when you go up against them. Well, in this video, we're going to be preparing for Modern Warfare 3 by taking the journey once again through COD history and checking out what I think are the 10 best shotguns ever put in a Call of Duty game, updated. Before you ask, no, we will not be looking at pre-patch versions of the guns, meaning pre-patch Model 1887s or unnerfed Vanguard fire shotguns will not be here. These will be all the weapons you can use right now in all of their glory, so you let me know which of these you think is the best. Drop a like, and we start off at number 10 with the Black Ops 3 Argus. It's unique. Buckshot lever action shotgun, but when you aim down the sights, the pellets came together so tight that it was basically a slug, which gave it some ridiculous range. When aiming down the sights with the Argus, you could get a one-shot kill at a maximum effective range, which is something only a handful of COD shotguns ever did. The fire rate, decent enough for a weapon like this, but slow enough to get you in trouble if you missed your first shot. However, good Argus players would make sure they never happened. They would zip around the corner, snap to someone's head, fire one shot, move on to the next target. It was certainly a high-skill weapon, but I think it's a good way to kick off this list. And how about that reload animation? Before you guys move on, if you get anything at G2A, use code CHAOS. Get yourself some cash back for those upcoming games that are about to launch. The link is in the description. At number 9, the World War II combat shotgun. Let's all be real with each other. The shotguns in COD World War II weren't good, aside from this one. It was really the only viable shotgun in the game, but for whatever reason, Sledgehammer decided to make it amazing to compensate for how crappy all the other options were. It can hold up to 7 shells by default, 10 with extended mags, has a really good rate of fire, had a fantastic 1 to 2 shot kill range, and if you could even load it with incendiary shells, which was a first for a Call of Duty multiplayer at that time. This thing had to be patched a few times, but ultimately, Sledgehammer couldn't change the fact it was hands down the best shotty in the game and could easily compete with any other close-range weapon in COD World War II. Compared to other COD shotguns, I think it needs to be here. It deserves to be here. It's entirely possible that we look at the combat shotgun with rose-tinted glasses because of how terrible the others were, but I think it was good. At number 8, the Black Ops Cold War Hauer 77. Now, opinions on this gun are mixed, and that's partially because of how many times it was actually patched. Pump shotgun, secondary in Black Ops Cold War. Some people wrote it off immediately as the worst secondary in the game. However, after a few patches and a lot of time with the community to experiment, I've come to the conclusion that we owe it an apology. It's good, really good. Yeah, you have to know what you're doing, and it can be a bit of a pain to grind out attachments that you need to make it super powerful, but once you get there, the 77 is kind of a freak of nature. Despite being a secondary, this thing is capable of one-shot kills from pretty stupid distances. In a game like Cold War, where time to kill is a bit longer, it's a nice weapon to have in your back pocket. Now, you may have forgotten about it if you used it early in Black Ops Cold War's life cycle. You should check it out. At number 7, the Black Ops 3 KRM-262, your starting shotgun in the game. Standard buckshot pump action weapon, looked and sounded pretty simple aside from the futuristic reload animation, but was deceptively powerful. The range, the damage per pellet, despite only firing at 60 rounds per minute, the KRM will deal between 50 and 98 damage per pellet, which is it's an insane jump when you pull the trigger, meaning you only need 2 of its 8 pellets to connect with somebody in order to get them, which is insane. If you threw on a laser sight and you threw on a long barrel, was easily one of the best guns in the game. It was only held back by the slow rate of fire. I think a lot of people slept on the gun because of how mobile and vertical Black Ops 3 could get, which made shotguns a little bit awkward. But if you played and you used it, you knew. At number 6, the Modern Warfare 2019 R90, the infamous Doof Doof. Unique weapon in the sense it can be fired twice before needing to be pumped, but each of those 2 shots still holds enough power to insta-kill somebody. Plus, you had access to the gunsmith, which gave you things like longer barrels for better range, shorter stocks for better mobility, the Dragon's Breath rounds for more lethal damage. It completely took over Warzone for a while, and if you're still playing that game, well, it's easily the best shotgun in the game, even after Infinity Ward was forced to nerf it a handful of times. A weapon like this is really hard to balance. The Doof Doof honestly will never be forgotten. Now we crack into the top 5. The Black Ops 2 Remington 870. This pump-action buckshot shotgun was... it was ridiculous. I think a lot of people slept on it because of the amount of ridiculous guns in Call of Duty at that time. It wasn't super fancy. It didn't look crazy, but it was powerful. And it was easily one of the best shotguns in COD history. Fired fast, great ammo capacity. One-shot kill range was ridiculous before you even started putting attachments on it. which made it even more OP. Even if you didn't kill someone with the first shot, the extremely fast fire rate meant you were getting follow-up shots before they could react. Seriously, when it comes to pumps, I think it fired really fast for some reason. That paired very nicely with the base damage. It slapped. If you don't agree, it's because you slept on it. At number 4, who used this in its original state? The Modern Warfare 3 Striker. When MW3 launched, the Striker was busted beyond compare. I mean, how many pellets came? It was crazy. It was crazy. And the ammo capacity, I mean, it was dumb. Originally, the Striker shot 9 pellets in each shell, and each of those pellets would deal up to 25 damage apiece. So obviously, a spammy weapon like this was way too good. A couple months after launch, the pellets per shot were dropped down to 6. Even after that, still held the top spot on the shotgun tier list. It was versatile. It was stacked. It was easy to abuse this gun. If you're playing on plutonium, give it a try. At number 3, the Modern Warfare 2 Spaz 12, one of the most busted secondaries of all time. It had a moderate rate of fire, but an absurd one-shot kill range with no stopping power. It didn't matter it was a secondary. It really didn't, because people would spawn in, swap to it, and run around the map, and it was the best gun in the game, frankly. Strong contender, at least, for that title. Plus, there were even a few exploits that allowed you to speed up the handling and the fire rate by abusing the pumping and the swapping animations, which just added a bit of extra skill to the equation. After the Akimbo models were patched, Spaz 12 was easily the dominant shotgun in the game. Sandy Ravage will live on in COD history, thanks to his work with the Spaz 12. And I'm hoping that when this gun inevitably comes back, it does the original version justice. At number 2, the Black Ops 3 Brecci. I'm sorry, but you already know. It's one of the easiest weapons in COD history. I'm still amazed Treyarch never nerfed it to this day. Semi-auto, 2-shot kill range, giant mag, quick reload animation. The gun had it all. I know it couldn't get a one-shot kill, but when you were spraying it and this much damage was coming out, it would just dominate. If one person was using the Brecci, everybody in the lobby would switch to it if they were lucky enough to have it. Never before in COD history had a single gun been so dominant in multiplayer, and I don't think anything has ever taken the title. Are there any other guns in COD history that would provoke entire lobbies to devolve into spraying each other for 10 minutes? It amazes me. This gun got through testing without anybody raising their hand and saying, we may have a problem. And it amazed me even more that it was never nerfed despite all the backlash. At number 1 today, the best shotgun in COD history, to me, has to be the Black Ops 2 KSG. It may be a hot take, but I'm here. It's the most versatile shotgun in COD history. One word: range. Slug shotgun obviously be a one-shot kill up close, but if you aim down the sights and hit someone in the head, you could delete them from up to 30 meters away. Basically a sniper in the body of a shotgun, and sure, it wasn't easy to use, but if you were one of the madmen who put in the time and dedication and getting good with it, you will probably agree with me. It was a top-tier shotty in Black Ops 2, and I'm calling it the best in COD history because it was never nerfed. From day one of Black Ops 2's life cycle until now, you have been able to insta-kill people from stupid distances with the KSG. It was never called OP because it actually took skill. I know, a shotgun that takes skill to use. It's crazy, I know. But if you ask me, this is the top of the pack and probably always will be. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I'll see you soon.